Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my beautiful hot messes. My name is Mistress Lavender, and welcome to my reading YouTube channel. If you're looking for my regular content channel, it's A Beautiful Hot Mess, AYE Beautiful Hot Mess. But if you're at the I always mess up the intro. Like, why? I don't know. But if you're at the right place, welcome. I'm currently reading The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm on page 126. I'm on the second paragraph under Keys of Power, starting at Others. Let's begin. They will be left alone. Understand, a person of power instills a kind of fear by deliberately unsettling those around him to keep the initiative on his side. You sometimes need to strike without warning, to make others tremble when you least expect it. It is a device that the powerful have used for centuries. Filippo Maria, the last of the Visconti Dukes of Milan in 15th century Italy, consciously did the opposite of what everyone expected of him. For instance, he might suddenly shower a courtier with attention, and then once the man had come to expect a promotion to higher office, would suddenly start treating him with the utmost disdain. The man might leave the court, when the Duke would suddenly recall him and starting treating him well again. Doubtfully confused, the courtier would wonder whether his assumption that he would be promoted had become obvious and offensive to the Duke, and would start to behave as if he no longer expected such honor. The Duke would rebuke him for his lack of ambition and would send him away. The secret of dealing with Filippo was simple. Do not presume to know what he means. Do not try to guess what will please him. Never inject your will just to surrender to his. Then wait to see what happens. Amidst the confusion and uncertainty he created, the Duke rules supreme, unchallenged and at peace. Unpredictably is most often the tactic of the master. Unpredictability, period. But the underdog, too, can use it to great effect. If you find yourself outnumbered or cornered, throw in a series of unpredictable moves. Your enemies will be so confused that they will pull back and make a tactical blunder. In the spring of 1862, during the American Civil War, General Stonewall Jackson and a force of 4,600 Confederate soldiers were tormenting the large Union forces in the Shenandoah Valley. Meanwhile, not far away, General George Britton McClellan, heading a force of 90,000 Union soldiers, was marching south from Washington, D.C. to lay siege to Richmond, Virginia, the Confederate capital. As the weeks of the campaign went by, Jackson repeatedly led his soldiers out of the Shenandoah Valley, then back at it. His movements made no sense. Was he preparing to help defend Richmond? Was he marching on Washington now that McClellan's absence had left it unprotected? Was he heading north to wreak havoc up there? Why was his small force moving in circles? Jackson's inexplicable moves made the Union generals delay the march on Richmond as they waited to figure out what he was up to. Meanwhile, the South was able to pour reinforcements into the town. Oh my goodness. A battle that could have crushed the Confederacy turned into a stalemate. Jackson used this tactic time and time again when facing numerically superior forces. Always mystify, mislead, and surprise the enemy. If possible, he said, such tactics will win every time, and a small army may thus destroy a large one. This law applies not only to the war, but to everyday situations. People are always trying to read the motives behind your actions and to use your predictability against you. Throw in a completely inexplicable move and put them in defense, because they do not understand you. They are unnerved, and in such a state, you can easily intimidate them. Pablo Picasso once remarked, the best calculation is the absence of calculation. Period. Once you have attained a certain level of recognition, others generally figure out when you do something. It's for intelligent reason. So it's really foolish to plot out your movements too carefully in advance. You're better off acting capriciously. What does that mean? I think I've seen this word before. Capriciously. Underline. For a while, Picasso worked with the art dealer Paul Rosenberg. At first, he allowed him a fair amount of latitude in handling his paintings. Then one day, for no apparent reason, he told the man he would no longer give him any work to sell. As Picasso explained, Rosenberg would spend the next 48 hours trying to figure out why. I'm stopping there. Why? Because I can. Again, my name is Mistress Lavender. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on because I post every day, kind of, sort of. And if you want to see more of my content, just support me in my description box. But again, yeah, bye.